So this is just me going through the top high tide flag list for today. So I've already marked them with this, and all of them will not be peak, but some of them will. Okay, so let's go through one by one. Uh, so BSC is actually the mast is not a high tide flaggy mast in the sense uh, you can see that the mast is very small, right? So the mast is like, sorry, not this. So how long is the mast? The mast is like 13 days. I mean, 10 days is fine. Yeah. So, but 7 bars. This sort of broke out today, but I have a good feeling that it can make another handle. Um, So DB Reality is setting up really nicely, and I'm very keen on this, particularly also because remember what we learned in the last session was that the market, the most important thing for you for your trade to work is the market environment, and second the sector. So you know that since last 2 months or so, the leading sector has been reality, right? So that is why also this is very top list. Cupid is another one which is setting up really nicely, and the one thing I really like about it is so after those two, sort of true pole, and then massive volumes on the pole, and then the most important thing I like again, like this is really textbook. Okay, it has not given up more than 13%. Now 13% is an arbitrary number, so that's why how you look at it is what is this 13% with respect to the pole length, right? So how you can see that is using this. So let's say from here we can see the pole. Ayyo, not this one. So from here, let's say you can see the pole. So right now it's not even 20%. So this is 23% of the pole. It's not even 23% of the pole. So anything about 20 to 25% is like really good, right? So this is like peak, okay? And I'm pretty sure that this O'Neill breakout can be tradable, and I will going to trade it. I'm going to trade it, right? So PPL yesterday was my open entry, which has not worked yet, but I'm sure, like I'm hopeful that it's gonna break out eventually. So Tata Invest was a really nice candle today, but this is still like lower than the previous low, right? So this is still in a downtrend. So let's say tomorrow there is a candle which takes out this, then that's a possible entry, but still it's not very tight for a cheat entry, but one can take it because it's really good, right? IMCO is after a successful breakout of the O'Neill pivot, it's coming back and retesting the supply, if there is any supply left, and also like the volumes today, it's not as high as the two candles which were bullish. So I'm hopeful. Just hope that it doesn't clip me. Electrocast steel today was. Today was also a bullish day, although the change is not so much. So, worst case scenario, I think it is going to come and test. This is a worst case scenario. Looks really good. Okay. High rect is setting up really nicely, and so this the pattern morphing, which I explained you in earlier sessions. Sort of this guy morphed into like like an ascending channel, right? Neatco. So Neatco, I don't like this because what's happening right now is it's forming like a ascending channel, kind of a price action, and this price action when formed inside the base, eventually what happens is, like again, this is just my personal observation. It goes sluggishly, goes to the O'Neill pivot, and then again goes on to form a bigger second T, right? So this whole small contraction is part of the bigger first T. So that's why I don't like this. But let's see. We probably will set up somewhere here and be even a better entry point. Sluggish, as I said, that you need a little longer base, at least 10 bars kind of a base, Fact is again getting better, and this guy has a notorious way of putting two or three candles, and in two or three candles it'll move like more than 30-40%. So before that it almost the volumes like go on and become very dry. So that kind of a time we are coming. ITI is again getting better, and so this would be my cheat pivot entry above that. And you can also have a feel of the inverse head and shoulder look, which is again very nice setup, right? Omakse, yeah, hoping that this would be the third T, and it's gonna break out really nice. Star Trek getting tight, but again like very small MCAP company, but again like just for a purpose of it's like an exercise. So should be fine, I guess. MCX, beautiful follow through. Although this is a very small base, but because like there's so much demand, like very less supply, and these guys will move on like this. Jai Balaji getting tighter and tighter. So possibly could be some sort of block deal. Let's see why the volume is so huge today. Yes, looks like some kind of block deal, some kind of selling happening in the last few hours. So be careful, and also that's why entering before the actual breakout is a little dangerous. So we'll see what happens with Jai Balaji. Jindal photo, like testing some patience, but again like it's still not bad. This is like point. Low, and possibly we'll have a higher low here, and volumes are almost gone, Modison is a very nice this called so this is what I mean by what's the word, it's a very the pullback is very orderly, very orderly. The volatility is very less. All the candles are about less than 5%, 2, 3, less than those kind of candles, right? So pullback is very orderly. So these when break out, they do really well. Kalyan Jewelers was a good shakeout candle today, and because the breakout was not clear, right? So yeah, be careful about entering early, and that's why it's breakout trading has a distinct edge to it, because you enter only when it's actually breaking out. Sometimes we try to get early, be a little more clever than what is required, and I'm guilty of that almost all the time. So this is what one needs to improve, But peak setup, right? Again, today's shakeout, tomorrow might fire. So another thing we need to learn is also to keep your stop loss in a manner that it doesn't get clipped very too often, right? And sometimes the tightness traders are they are guilty of that, they're just because they want smaller risk, the SL is too tight, and they get clipped more often. So yeah, I mean, if you if 5-6% stop loss suits you, should be actually fine, getting better. Murudeshwar Ceramics, Solar Industry. So hopefully it is going to bounce today. So sometimes what happens is that this today candle, although by red volume looks bad, but it's actually not bad, because why? Half of the volume came came in the up move, right? So 3.2% up move came, whereas 4% was in the down move. So it's like a 50-50 candle, and sometimes reversals happen on after like a decent red candle. So I'm really hopeful that this is the first T, This is the first T, and which is minus 22%. This is actually a really good place to enter if you are anticipating a pullback. But this will be a pullback entry which we are not taking, and so yeah. So Swan Energy is another one I like. Also, why? Because this is from the realty sector. Okay, and so nice orderly pullback, not giving back much gain. So this is another one. GMDC is exactly not a high tide flag because the mast is a little bit deeper, but I would still consider this because this is actually a shakeout. This gap down and then again going up with a violent move. This is actually very nice. Shook out a couple of people here, and so after that it's forming a very nice 2T. The second T is also small and tight, and to be honest, any breakout of this red deca handle would warrant an entry. That will be a little earlier entry, and most people will have this in the scanner when this guy takes out the previous high, which is 430. It will get a little bit higher entry. Again, sometimes it's not worth taking that risk. But again, sometimes if you intend to go in very high with high position size, this could save you a couple of bucks in terms of risk. IITL also today's candle looks good. DSPC, DPSC, I don't know anything about these companies, but it's very nice high tide flag shaping up. So right now you have a pivot high, and above this pivot high would be like a tight double bottom breakout. So these are the names. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow sometime. Will not be 8:30. I'll tell you the time because 8:30 I will meet my Homma private access guys. Either after that or before that, or maybe you guys could join me in that meeting as well. So I'll see you. Thanks. Bye.